Hey, everybody, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another Media Boss Live. I am Dr. Barrett Matthews, and I want to welcome you here today because we want to talk about some things today that are a little different than we have talked about last week. So, get you guys in a different mode of media. So, you're saying, well, Barrett, who the heck are you? And what is Media Boss Live? Well, I am, as I said, Dr. Barrett Matthews of Media Boss Pro. And what we do at Media Boss Pro, just so you know, I'm turning high achieving leaders into industry icons by leveraging media so that they can be seen on various platforms all at the same time and be everywhere all at once. Now, what I'm also doing right now with Media Boss Live is I am doing a live stream. I like to do it every day, but but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. And those of you who've been following me know what I'm talking about. But I want to do a live stream right now to show people how they can get some media going for themselves. Now, of course, if you need help, contact me at Media Boss Pro. That's www.mediabosspro.com, www.mediabosspro.com. Go to where you can schedule a time and schedule a consultation with me, and let's see how our team can help you get your media out there so you don't have to do the heavy lifting. That's what we do for you. So you can actually be the talent and be the gifted person that you are and work within your gift. So hopefully that gives you an idea a little bit of who we are and what we're going to be doing. Now, last week, many of you were enjoyed the idea that we talked about podcasting. And first of all, I want to thank you all who were commenting and who shared what we talked about last week. And I want to encourage you to continue to comment, to like, to share. I would love to engage with you. I really do want to engage with you guys. So please do that. Make sure you're subscribing to us on YouTube. Please make sure you're subscribing to us on YouTube because I'd love to have you guys there as well. It's always great to have you guys following us in different places. So we enjoy that as well. Another thing I want to make sure that I make aware to you guys, please make sure you're paying attention to the Media Boss podcast as well. And you can see me on other people's podcasts as well. I'm getting requests to be on other podcasts. I'm enjoying it. I just did one with Ali Madawi last week. I had a great time with that podcast. And I hope you guys can get a lot out of that as well. But if you would like to schedule a time with me, once again, MediaBossPro.com. Schedule a time, MediaBossPro.com. Let's have a chat, a virtual coffee, if you will, and figure out how we can work some things out together and make you a media industry icon as well. How about that? Okay. So today, what we're going to talk about is something I love when I bring up this topic to business people because they go, I hadn't thought about that. But it's something to consider. And that is a business documentary. Yes, a documentary done on you and your business. That is something that a lot of people haven't really considered. A lot of big corporations do it, but some of the smaller businesses don't necessarily do that. My good friend Shay Brown does docu-series for people, and I think those are phenomenal too. But a lot of people aren't doing documentary film projects. And when I say film project, I'm not talking about a 2 to 3 hour feature film. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about a short film, maybe 20, 30 minutes, but something on you and your business that the public can take in to learn more about you, to learn more about what you do, and to give them an idea of why they should do business with you and why they should trust you. So that's what we're talking about this pretty much every day this week. Every day this week, we're going to talk about a different component of the business documentary. So I'm hoping that you all will enjoy it. I'm hoping you get a lot out of it. And please, like I said, please drop your questions in the chat. Please follow up with us, like us, share it if you like it. But I want to get the engagement going with you guys because I really want to know what you all are thinking on that. So today, when it comes to business documentaries, the topic we're discussing is the importance, the true importance of storytelling when it comes to business documentaries. It's amazing. I just came through a training with the incredible Andy Enriquez, who is a master storyteller, and I became a master storyteller through his training. And I didn't go in thinking it was going to be as thorough as it was, but it was thorough, and I loved it because I thought I knew my story until I learned from Andy. So Shout out to you, Andy Enriquez, guys. If you want to be a master storyteller, go see Andy. Tell him I sent you. Okay. So let's talk about that as it pertains to your documentary. Well, when you watch anything, a movie, a TV show, even anything short on YouTube, whatever, it's the story that gets you. There's an expression that says, "Facts tell, but stories sell." Facts tell, but stories sell. So if you're in business, you want to make sure you have a story so that you can sell your business to people. So the one thing you want to do in that, first thing you want to do is have engagement. A captivating storyline will keep that audience engaged. It'll keep them interested in a more effective way. So what do I mean by that? If the storyline is a boring line, they're going to tune out quickly. And I mean very quickly. Very quickly. Because keep in mind, and I know you may think a great deal of yourself, but your documentary doesn't feature Hollywood stars. So if there's no star power to draw the people in, your storyline has to be the guiding force. You have to make it compelling enough to make them want to pay attention to it, to make them want to dig in more, to make them more interested, to make them want to see this thing all the way through. So ask yourself now, what is your storyline? Matter of fact, you can put that in the chat. What is your storyline? Say, my storyline is blank. And just tell me what your storyline is. I would love to know that when it comes to if you were going to do a documentary on your business. What is your storyline? What is it that's going to compel people to want to learn more about you? The next thing I would say when it comes to the storyline, and it actually falls right in line with being compelling, is being relatable. Being relatable. I mean, I don't think I should have to say this, but I'm going to say it anyway. You're not going to tune in to someone's story unless you feel there's in some level, some way you can relate to it. If you can't relate, you will tune out quickly and start daydreaming. So your personal story, it has to challenge people. It has to humanize you. Because here's the thing, as odd as this may seem to you, your audience is human. I know that's a shocker, but they are human. So your story has to show humanity. It has to show that you are human. And that way they feel, okay, I can connect with that person. I see myself in that person. It doesn't have to be totally, but to a degree. They want to be able to see themselves in that story. If you've gone through something rough and they've gone through something rough, they may be two totally different things, but they may be able to relate to it. If you haven't gone through something rough and they haven't gone through anything rough, they may be able to relate to it. See, one of the biggest misconceptions, I should say, when it comes to storytelling is that people think, and there are people out there, famous people, who are teaching this, I just don't agree. And that is, you have to tug on them to tell them about the hardship of your life, get them crying. And that's, look, everybody's gone through something in their life, but some of them aren't tearjerkers. They just aren't. Some of them are rough. I'm not downplaying that. Some of them are rough, but some of them aren't tearjerkers. I mean, for instance, I've gone through some trials and tribulations in my life, but I wouldn't say that they're stuff that would make people cry. They would make people say, "Wow, that's rough. That's tough. I'm sorry for you," but nothing that would make them cry. So understand, you have to be able to relate to people, and just because you haven't had a hard luck story does not mean people can't relate to you. Okay, I need you to understand that. Which brings me to the next part of your storytelling adventure here, and that is emotional impact. Emotionals have lows, as we just talked about, but they also have highs. And it doesn't matter which one you're talking about, but if you take them on an emotional roller coaster through your story, it can be more impactful because they're wondering what's next. Is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Is it going to keep going up? Is it going to keep going down? You have to be able to take them through a story and make them feel, wow, I want to go further and further into this. Tell them, do that in your documentary. Do that in your documentary. It can be challenging to get it across, but you practice it and get it across, and let people know how. Ask people to tell you how they feel, because if you can take them on an emotional ride, once again, it doesn't have to be a tearjerker. It doesn't have to be a comedy show either, as far as the highs. But you can take them on a ride through your story, and that will make you look totally different in their eyes, because now they're like, wow, this person really brought me in. I feel a closeness to them now because they attach themselves to me emotionally. So understand that emotional impact in your storytelling can really drive your documentary. Next is branding. Your keep in mind, your business documentary is branding. It is nothing but branding for yourself. So the story is going to shape their perception of your brand. For those that are viewing it, it's going to shape the way that they see you. So your story has to be compelling enough. It has to pull them in. It has to be entertaining enough. Hello, there's a word there. How about that? It has to be entertaining enough to make them want more. It has to be emotional enough to pull them in. But understand this, and I need you to really hear me here. When you're talking about the emotional part, as it pertains to your brand, you do not want to leave them in a down point. You want to bring them up, show them the good times, because no one wants to do business with a brand that brings them down. So you got to lift them up. It's okay in your story to tell them your low points, but bring them back up, shoot them back up. Make sure that they feel that. Make sure that they are happy about this brand, because wow, this brand can bring me out of the downrooms and bring me up to a high point, to a pinnacle. Make sure that they feel that in your story. Because if they feel that in your story, guess what? It goes back to the humanization and the relatability. They're going to feel you can do that for them. So you have to be able to do that in your brand messaging. So in your storytelling, make sure you convey that. Make sure you get that across. And the last point I want to bring about when it comes to your storytelling as it pertains to your documentary is make sure you have some clarity. Make sure the story is done in a way that can convey what your business is all about. Does your business have a mission? Does your business have a vision? Does your business have values? Do you have goals for the business? And make sure your story tells them what those are, but make sure also that your story tells them why those are. And I emphasize that because I tell people all the time, when it comes to doing a business documentary, this is different than doing an ad for your business. This is different than running commercials or a marketing campaign for your business. When you're doing a documentary, as opposed to running an ad or a commercial, the ad and commercial are telling people what you do, and this is why why we're so great and wonderful. When you're doing your business documentary, it doesn't tell them necessarily why they should do business with you and what you do. It tells them why you do what you do and why they should trust you, why they should feel compelled to do business with you. The whys are different when it comes to a documentary. It tells them what drove you to doing this, what compelled you to want to start this business. And that should be why they should want to do business with you. If it's not, you may need to adjust your clarity or adjust your mission or your vision, because it needs to show them a reason as to why they should do business with you. So those are the things I wanted to talk about today as it pertains to storytelling and your documentary, your business documentary. If it's something you would like help with, if you'd like for Media Boss Pro to jump in and help you with that documentary and help put it together for you, contact us once again, MediaBossPro.com, MediaBossPro.com. Make sure that you are sharing. And guys, coming up, I'm going to let you know about the registration. On the 23rd of September, we are doing a Media Boss Masterclass. It's going to be 4 hours, half a day of information and excitement and entertainment to show you how to get your media empire built. Want to make you all media bosses, right? Okay, so I'm going to let you know all the information on that coming up soon. But I want to make sure you guys are sharing this, commenting, engaging. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Guys, get all your information out there. Get a documentary started for your business. I thank you guys for joining me. And like I always say, before we wrap up, guys, remember, you are someone special because you are God's vessel. Have a great day, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.